work. But wasn't it kind of tough to break out of the, you know, they say, oh, she's only can play the little, you know, silly role in Charlie's Angels.
Not only in this country now, but you're known all over the world. You went to the, I think it was the Cannes.
Farrah Fawcett. Boy, was she all about that beach life, and her fashion totally reflected it. Picture this: laid back, effortless style, and a whole lot of sunshine. She rocked outfits that screamed freedom and ease, perfect for soaking up those rays. Whether she was hitting the tennis court, catching waves, just chilling on the sand, or an appearance on The Tonight Show, Farrah's wardrobe was all about blending fashion with function. Think cute swimsuits, sporty tennis gear, and flowy dresses that let her move with ease while still looking super chic. She totally nailed that beachy, casual elegance vibe. In the glitzy galaxy of Hollywood, few stars have ever dazzled as brightly as Farrah Fawcett. With her golden hair and curved smile, she stole hearts and made a permanent mark on showbiz.
Whether it's conscious or conscious, there's more of me. There's other sides, not just maybe the way I look. Or
her career started with some low-key roles, but she shot to superstardom as Jill Monroe in the iconic series Charlie's Angels. And it wasn't just her acting that wowed people. That legendary red swimsuit poster became Asterisk, the asterisk image of the era, making her a total cultural icon. But Farrah's life wasn't just all about the glamour. Her love life, especially with Lee Majors and Ryan O'Neal, was always in the spotlight, filled with drama that rivaled her on-screen roles. Dive into Farrah Fawcett's life with us as we explore not just the shiny Hollywood surface, but also the deep stuff and the challenges she faced like a champ. Let's celebrate the legacy of a woman who will forever be a beloved angel in the entertainment world.
When you first came to Hollywood, didn't your parents drive you to?
They did.
Early life Farrah was born on February 2nd, 1947, in sunny Corpus Christi, Texas. She was the baby of the family, with one older sister. Her mom, Pauline, was a homemaker, and her dad, James, worked in the oil fields. She had a cool mix of Irish, French, English, and Choctaw Native American roots. Fun fact, her name Farrah was totally made up by her mom because it sounded awesome with their last name. Farrah grew up Roman Catholic and kicked off her education at the local parish school connected to St. Patrick's Roman Catholic Church. She later dazzled her way through W.B. Ray High School, being voted most beautiful every single year from freshman to senior. Talk about queen vibes. From 1965 to 1968, she hit up the University of Texas, starting with microbiology before switching to art. She lived at the Mayfair House on Pearl Street and joined the Delta 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 sorority. In her freshman year, she made history by being named one of the 10 most beautiful co-eds on campus, the first freshman to snag that title. Her stunning pics made their way to Hollywood agencies, catching the eye of agent David Mirisch. Mirisch was all about getting her to LA, but she played hard to get for 2 years. Finally, in the summer of '68, she packed her bags and moved to Hollywood with her parents' blessing to chase those starlit dreams. She kicked off her adventures staying at the Hollywood Studio Club. Personal life for Farrah's family faced some heartbreaking losses over the years. Her big sis Diane passed away from lung cancer just before hitting 63 in October 2001. And it hit close to home when Farrah's mom, Pauline, passed in March 2005 at 91. On the personal front, Farrah's son, Redmond James Fawcett O'Neal, entered the world on January 30th, 1985, with Ryan O'Neal as his dad. But life hasn't been smooth sailing for Redmond. He's battled drug addiction and had some run-ins with the law. And like life wasn't done throwing her curveballs, in 2006 she got hit with the news: anal cancer. She went through the works, chemo, surgery, the whole 9 yards. By her 60th birthday in 2007, she got the good news: cancer-free. But sadly, it didn't last. The cancer came back with a vengeance, spreading to her liver.
We're just learning now it's anal cancer. I'm not even sure I've ever heard of that before.
Right, and with good reason. It's pretty rare, it's uncommon.
Farrah wasn't about to go down without a fight. She jetted off to Germany for some intense treatments, including surgery, chemo, you name it. Her tumors were shrinking at first, but they came back strong. She even documented her battle with the help of her friend, Alana Stewart. Things took a turn in April 2009 when she ended up back in the hospital in the US. The cancer had spread to her liver, and she was dealing with a painful abdominal issue. She fought hard, but by May, things were looking grim. She was home, spending most of her time on an IV and resting. Even her son Redmond visited, though he was in cuffs due to being incarcerated at the time. Rumors were flying left and right, but her doctors and friends set the record straight. She wasn't in a coma. She wasn't giving up. She was still fighting.
Hey Ryan, how's Farrah? Is she okay?
How's she doing?
Farrah's gone.
Farrah and her pal Alana Stewart put together a documentary, Farrah's Story, which aired in May 2009. It gave viewers a raw look at her battle with cancer. People tuned in by the millions, but there was some drama about how the doc was edited. Farrah's producing partner claimed it didn't align with her vision, but it still earned her a posthumous Emmy nod. Relationships. Farrah's life wasn't all sad and full of bad news. She lived a full life, had a career anybody in this industry will K for, and she fell in love. A couple times, actually.
Some guy really put his fingernails into you. Get some soap to that when you get home, yeah?
Farrah Fawcett started dating Lee Majors back in the late 60s. They tied the knot in 1973 and stayed married until 1982, but split up in 79. No kids together, but she kept using the name Farrah Fawcett Majors in her credits. Lee Majors, now 80, and Farrah were the ultimate TV power couple back in the day, starring in The $6 Million Man and Charlie's Angels. Majors says they stayed in touch right up until the end. These days, Majors is back in action, taking on a new role in the kids' show, Thunderbirds Or Go. This UK series is a cool reboot of the old puppet show from the 80s and 90s. Majors plays Jeff, a lost-in-space dad who makes a dramatic return to his family. It's a great homecoming episode and quite fun, rejoining the Tracy family as the patriarch, he says. Majors is feeling the nostalgia. I felt like I was redoing The $6 Million Man. Up in the cockpit, I'm losing it. I'm going to crash. He remembers the original Thunderbirds being a big hit back in the 60s and is excited about the reboot's popularity. Majors and Fawcett were super famous back then, dealing with paparazzi, but not like today's social media frenzy. They met over coffee thanks to his publicist, and their whirlwind romance lasted almost 12 years. They married in 1973, separated in 1979, and divorced in 1982. Majors laughs about only seeing Farrah for 2 weeks in 1 year because of their crazy schedules. This business is tough. Working 14 hours a day, both of you, and the days just flew by. Now Majors is happily married to his current wife Faith for over 23 years. A Hollywood record, he jokes. Reflecting on his career, starting in westerns with legends like Barbara Stanwyck and Linda Evans, he wishes he'd let his stuntmen handle more of the tough stuff. My knees are a little wobbly now. Doing the stunt work made the day go faster, and when you're younger, you feel invincible. Majors finds joy in every role. An actor's job is to work. If you wait around for the perfect part, you'll be waiting forever. I just like to keep working and keep moving. He's set to make a big entrance in Thunderbirds Or Go toward the end of the season. It will end on a big moment. If they go for a 4th season, which I hope they do, then maybe my part will have worked, Majors jokes. You'll know how good I was if they don't get picked up. Ryan O'Neal. In '79, she hooked up with actor Ryan O'Neal, and they had a son, Redmond James Fawcett O'Neal, in 1985. Their relationship was rocky, though. Farrah told TV Guide in '94 that Ryan broke her heart sometimes, but also boosted her confidence. After they split, Ryan's daughter Tatum claimed he was violent and beat Farrah up. Despite all that drama, Farrah and Ryan got back together in 2001. By June 2009, Ryan told the press they planned to get married once she felt better. The full story goes that Ryan, who had already been through 2 marriages, was single and ready to mingle. His buddy Lee Majors, Mr. $6 Million Man himself, invited him over for dinner, promising some tasty grub cooked up by his wife Farrah. And let's just say, Ryan was instantly smitten when he laid eyes on Farrah. He couldn't get enough of her, even saying they kissed until their lips were sore. Talk about sparks flying. Farrah was married to Lee at the time, but her connection with Ryan was undeniable. Their whirlwind romance spelled the end for her marriage to Lee, and they officially split in 1982. Farrah spilled the tea in an interview, gushing about her crazy chemistry with Ryan. "I was so into him, I couldn't think about anything else," she said.
Not really. I was a snob, you know, movies. So I went and I played, and there she was in the driveway. My God, she was breathtaking.
Their love story didn't stop there. Farrah and Ryan had a son together in 1985, but they never tied the knot. They were rebels, not conformists, you know? They even starred in TV shows together, trying to capture that magic on screen. But sometimes life imitates art a little too well, and their relationship had its fair share of drama. They fought like crazy with arguments that could get pretty intense. One time, their kid even had to step in with a butcher's knife to break up a fight. Wild. Despite the ups and downs, they stayed connected over the years. They split up in '97 after Farrah caught Ryan in bed with another woman. But they got back together in 2001 when Ryan was diagnosed with cancer. Farrah stuck by his side through it all. But life has a cruel twist, doesn't it? Farrah ended up battling cancer herself, and Ryan was there for her until the end. He even proposed, but sadly, they never got to say "I do." After Farrah passed away in 2009, Ryan never stopped loving her. He never remarried and stayed devoted to her memory. He regularly shares heartfelt tributes on Instagram, proving that she'll always hold a special place in his heart. Jacqueline Smith, Farrah's friend and Charlie's Angels co-star, summed it up perfectly. Ryan was the love of her life, and she, his. Ah, true love never dies, does it? James Orr, from 1997 to 1998. Farrah dated Canadian filmmaker James Orr, who wrote and produced Man of the House, a Disney movie she starred in. Word on the street is things were going pretty chill for Farrah and her James. They were keeping it all low-key and under the radar until January 28, 1998, that is. Orr got into some serious trouble when he was arrested for laying hands on Farrah outside his crib. Yeah, it was a big mess. The drama didn't stop there. Orr ended up in court, facing the music for his misdemeanor battery charge. Reports spilled the tea that the altercation was no joke. Farrah got roughed up pretty bad from head to toe during the fight. Ouch! This whole ordeal was a game changer for both of them. It put a major strain on their relationship and eventually led to them calling it quits. Talk about a rocky road to Splitsville. Farrah also had a fling with Greg Lott, a Longhorn football star, during their college days at the University of Texas. They rekindled their romance in 1998 and stayed close until she passed away in 2009. Lott claimed Ryan O'Neal kept him from seeing Farrah in her final days. According to him, their relationship was the real deal, while everything with Ryan was just for show. In her will, she left Lott $100,000, but nada for O'Neal. Lott spilled to ABC News that all those reality shows with Ryan were just Hollywood fantasy to keep up appearances.
Started it all. Wella Balsam. It's the original balsam. And just...
Career back. When Farrah hit Hollywood at 21 and 68, Screen Gems snagged her for a $350 a week gig. She started popping up in ads for all sorts of stuff. Toothpaste, skin cream, you name it. And let's just say, she was the queen of commercials. Her acting career kicked off with guest spots on shows like The Flying Nun and I Dream of Jeannie. She made the rounds on TV, showing up on Getting Together, Owen Marshall, Counselor at Law, and even The Partridge Family. Plus, she shared the screen with her hubby Lee Majors in The $6 Million Man. Talk about couple goals. But Farrah wasn't just about TV gigs. She had her big screen moments too. She had a role in a French romance flick called Love is a Funny Thing and appeared in Myra Breckenridge as Marianne Pringle. She was everywhere, from game shows like The Dating Game to action-packed series like SWAT.
She's from Corpus Christi, Texas, finds relaxation in many outdoor sports. We're delighted to welcome to The Dating Game, Farrah Fawcett.
And let's not forget her recurring role on Harry O as the main dude's girlfriend. She was slaying the small and big screens alike. Then in '76, Pro Arts Inc. had this genius idea for a poster featuring Farrah. They hooked her up with photographer Bruce McBroom for a photo sesh. Fun fact, Farrah did her own hair and makeup without even needing a mirror. Talk about talent. And those blonde highlights, achieved with a little lemon juice magic. She picked out her fave shots from a ton of film rolls and bam, the iconic red bathing suit pic was born. It became the best-selling poster ever, but that was just the beginning. Farrah snagged a spot in the sci-fi flick Logan's Run alongside Michael York. Plus, she and her hubby Lee Majors were tight with producer Aaron Spelling. They even played tennis together. So when Spelling needed someone to play Jill Monroe in Charlie's Angels, he knew who to call. The TV movie was a hit, and soon the series was born. When Charlie's Angels hit the small screen in '76, Farrah stole the spotlight. She won a People's Choice Award and became the ultimate style icon with her signature Farrah Do. But after one season, she bounced, leaving a trail of rumors in her wake. Some say it was the strain on her marriage. Others say she wanted to spread her wings in film. Whatever the reason, her departure didn't stop her from leaving a lasting legacy on TV and in pop culture. The show officially kicked off on September 22nd, 1976, and it was like a rocket launch for all three leading ladies. Even though we know Farrah was the queen of the trio, she even scooped up a People's Choice Award for Favorite Performer in a new TV program. Her iconic look on the show, with that fabulous Farrah Do hairstyle, became an instant hit. Every girl wanted to rock that bouncy, feathered hair. And let's not forget about that legendary red swimsuit poster. It was selling like hotcakes, earning Farrah way more cash than her actual paycheck from the show. But after just one season, Farrah decided to peace out from Charlie's Angels. Cue the drama. There were all sorts of rumors flying around about why she left. Some said it was because of her hubby Lee Majors' TV gig. Others said she wanted to chase her dreams in the movie biz. Whatever the reason, her departure didn't stop Charlie's Angels from becoming a global phenomenon. The show's success sparked a whole industry of merch, from bubblegum cards to fashion dolls. You name it, they had it. And let's not forget about all those magazine covers featuring Farrah and the rest of the Angels. They were basically everywhere. Fast forward to 2004, and we got a juicy TV film spilling all the tea about what went down behind the scenes of Charlie's Angels. Supermodel Tricia Helfer played Farrah, giving us all the inside scoop, while Ben Browder stepped in as Farrah's then hubby Lee Majors. Well, it's really starting to seem like if New Hollywood hasn't romanticized your glory days in the industry, you ain't legendary yet. Farrah's journey to becoming one of the iconic Charlie's Angels was like a rocket blasting off into the fame galaxy. According to Farrah's former assistant, Mike Pingle, those angels weren't just breaking ceilings. They were smashing through them like bosses. And topping the ratings, it was like catching lightning in a bottle. But how did Farrah land this game-changing gig? Well, it turns out her famous swimsuit poster wasn't the only thing turning heads. Farrah and her hubby Lee were actually tight with the show's producer, Aaron Spelling, who's basically a legend in the TV game. They used to hit the tennis courts together, and get this, they even worked a tennis storyline into the show for Farrah's character. Talk about networking skills on point. Hollywood truly is all about who you know, am I right? Also, it turns out Farrah didn't need a fancy skincare routine to look stunning. Nope. Instead of splurging on facials and pricey creams, she swore by something totally natural. Sand. Yep, she once spilled that hitting the beach was like a spa day for her skin. Talk about effortless beauty, am I right? And when it came to makeup, Farrah kept it mostly chill. Like, she was all about that au naturel vibe to match her laid-back lifestyle. She even did her own hair and makeup for that iconic swimsuit poster. Without even glancing in a mirror, her go-to look. Think soft, neutral shades for the eyes and lips, keeping it simple yet classy. Oh, and here's the kicker. Her makeup artist, Patrick Foley, was so inspired by her signature lip color that he made it into an actual product. How's that for beauty goals?